Moments away, and on the hill, the lefty, Mitchell Parker. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think.
Headed towards the corner. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve.
And up next for St. Louis, Mason Wynn. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Runner at second, nobody out. Just a slow ground ball this time. Zips it to first. One out in the top of the first. Now we take a check of the St. Louis Cardinals lineup. They do a lot of things well in this offense, Singy. They control the strike zone. They make pitchers work hard for outs. And as a result, one of the better OBP teams in the league.
Well, what I love about it is it's an organizational philosophy. Whether you go to instructional league, whether you go to spring training, you see these guys even during batting practice when it doesn't matter. They're practicing that type of approach, Boog. And when you have that filtering through the organization, even when you call up a player, he steps right in and continues with the pattern that they have established at this level, which ultimately leads to a lot of success.
And a base hit on the line. Stop sign goes up at third. Runners at the corners with one out.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Two on, one out. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Nolan Arenado. Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Comes up empty. That's strike two. You know, you translate on base percentage. It's basically this. Teams that have a high on base percentage, they don't make outs at a very high rate. As my buddy Joe Sheehan says, OBP is life. Next offering is down low.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Nootbaar, the runner at third. Donovan at first. One gone. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. Huge strikeout there.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big two-out at bat coming up now.
And up to hit is Wilson Contreras. Squirts away a little bit.
One ball.
Not in time. He's safe. Donovan up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position. Two outs, two in scoring position. Swing and a line drive, and that's a base hit into right field. One runs in. Save!
He's in there.
It's 2-0.
Back against the wall with two strikes, but found a way. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Next is the designated hitter, Yoel Pozo. And foul ball.
Nothing but curveballs so far in the at-bat. Kind of makes it difficult as a hitter to know what to look for, because you start wondering if he'll keep coming with it or if they'll try to speed you up.
Tosses to first, and that is that. They get 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. Back here with my pal Singy. Today's starting pitcher, Eric Fetty. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, you know, it's just a matter of luck. It's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
Slice the other way. That's a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. James Wood digging in for the Nationals.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Swings and misses, struck him out. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. Here's a 1-1. And there's a foul ball. Man at first, 1 away. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Over to second for 1. And that's 2. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Second inning coming up from our nation's capital. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Nationals nothing. Back here in Nationals Park, second inning set to go, and stepping in for the Cardinals, Jordan Walker. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff for the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
And that one is lifted in the air, lays out and makes the play.
You love to see when a guy's hungry to make a play right there. An excellent diving catch. You can absolutely tell he was all in tracking that ball down.
And now the Cardinals catcher, Pedro Pajes. One down, base is empty. On the ground to first, and that one finds its way through.
Batting ninth, center fielder Victor Scott II.
And now here's a speed threat, outfielder Victor Scott. Next pitch is downstairs. Pajes leads off first with 1 away. Swing and a miss, and out 2-2. Matthew Ross behind the plate. Pitcher's umpire.
Yeah, pitchers that work side to side effectively love being on the mound with Ross calling balls and strikes, Boog. If you can command your stuff on the outer edges of the strike zone, he will reward you.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. How much were you aware of the umpire scouting report, or even who was going to be umpiring?
Not a whole lot. I mean, there were a couple of umpires that weren't real good, but outside of that, you just kind of went into the game, especially back when I was playing.
That one is absolutely belted. And it one-hops the wall. headed for the plate. Now a relay to third. He's in there.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. A triple into the opposite field gap.
Up
That
next
gets
for
me
the
going
Cardinals,
right there.
left
Just a
fielder,
perfect
Lars
swing, man. Like
Nootbaar.
he was still taking BP or something. And then instantly transitions into a base runner. Great hustle to get all the way around to third.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Mitchell Parker will depart, and he's not going to be happy with himself. New pitcher on the mound in a moment.
Now pitching for the
Trevor
Nationals.
Williams gets handed the rock
Number
out of the
32.
pen.
Pretty tight game, so
Trevor
they're looking for quality pitches
Williams.
out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Back to the top of the lineup, Lars Nootbaar. Next up for the Cardinals. And ball four, two aboard.
His ability to draw walks has been
Up
something
next for the
that's been part of his
Cardinals,
career
shortstop,
since
Mason
day one.
Wynn.
Mason Wynn. Next up for the Cardinals.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Now this is in the air down the line. Makes the grab. Runner tagging from third. It's a sac fly as he comes across to score, and it's 4-0.
There you go.
Now batting
Nice little
second
RBI
baseman,
there. It's a great at
Brendan
bat. Got the
Donovan.
job done.
So up next, Brendan Donovan.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Back there. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout. His fourth home run of the season. And they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-0.
And with the 6-run lead, there are fans that are starting to head to the exits. With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Right-hander kicks, deals. Just missed. Two outs, base is empty. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Makes the catch, and that is that. So it's 4 runs for him on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and nobody left on. Now to the bottom of the second. It's the Cardinals 6 and the Nationals nothing. Back in Washington, D.C., bottom of the inning. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Keibert Ruiz.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
Next offering is in for a strike.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. Swing and a ball lifted left field. And it's caught for the out.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Luis
And now it's Luis Garcia. 1 out, base is empty. Pitch misses, and it's 2-1.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead at this point. Got to attack hitters, even if you give up a solo shot.
Inside, and now 3-1. Swing and a high fly ball to left. Bar on the move. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
Batting 6th, third baseman, Ahmed Rosario.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. It's interesting, he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does. Handles, throws to first, and that is the inning. Nationals go quietly, still up against a 6-0 deficit. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Now batting, number 63.
So now here's the Cardinals' designated hitter, Yoel Pozo. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not in the Hall
in your neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
2 down, bases empty. Jordan Walker next up for the Cardinals. Warning track, wall, and you can touch them all, baseball man. He circles the bases. 3rd home run of the season, and they add to their lead. It's 7-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there. He got on plane with that high fastball, and look how his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Absolutely crushed that pitch.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Trevor Williams gives way. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for the
Lucas
Nationals.
Sims gets the call
Number
from the pen.
39.
And with the big deficit on
Lucas
the scoreboard, he almost
Sims.
has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
So 2 down, Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. That one 95 to finish him off. 1 for the Cardinals on the solo home run. It's now 7-0. Back after this on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Josh Bell at the plate now.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Swing and a liner foul off to the right. Stays alive. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch where he doesn't have much of a chance to do any damage.
Walker hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Batting 9th, right fielder, Dylan Cruz.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's the right fielder, Dylan Cruz. Ball to strike. The pitch.
Ball! That pitch is out.
Just missed.
3 balls, 1 strike.
To third, and it goes just foul. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. 2 outs. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Swinging a foul ball at the plate. They'll do it again.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And the Nationals go on in order. They continue to trail 7-0. And we're back as we go to the top of the 4th. And now the center fielder, Victor Scott. Inside, just missed. The Nationals have some action going in the pen. Jorge Lopez getting loose out there. Ferrer, a left-hander, also throwing. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting, left fielder, Lars Nootbaar.
Lars Nootbaar next up for the Cardinals. This one popped up. Abrams. He's got it. 1 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in,
shortstop,
but so
Mason
hard to get
Wynn.
on top of as a hitter.
And here is Mason Wynn. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Now batting, second baseman, Brendan Donovan.
Brendan Donovan digs in now. Ripped right field. That's back there. That one way back, and it's gone. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they tack on 3. It's 10-0. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
I'm excited to see that one again, but with the StatCast data, because that was a bomb. Oh, says he drove it out of here at 115 miles an hour.
I think I heard the ball screaming on its way out. And that's some serious exit velo, pretty elite, and he caught it just right to get it up in the air as well.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Lucas Sims is done, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for the
Jorge
Nationals.
Lopez takes over
Number
on the mound.
21.
And he's had his struggles so far this year, as you can see the inflated ERA. Looking to bring that down a little bit right here.
Here's Nolan Arenado. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 2 down.
Up next for the Cardinals.
Here's Contreras
first baseman,
now.
Wilson Contreras.
And that skips in the dirt.
Strike.
That one's in there. And the count is even, 2-2.
Definitely not a pitch location you're expecting up there as a hitter when you know the guy's got a good sinker ball. If he can get in that location, boy, you've got to look top to bottom, and that's going to make it very difficult to hit.
That misses the zone. 3-2 now. Gets a piece and stays alive. Good battle here. About to be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Caught him looking for the K. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 10-zip. It's Major League Baseball, and it's on the show. Ready to go, bottom 4. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Here's a 1-1. Foul ball there. And a swing and a miss. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher
Now
are on the same page
left
right now.
Fielder James Wood.
Next to hit for the Nats, James Wood.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. He flexes his power with that swing. His 11th of the year, and they're on the board. It's 10-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. At this level, you got to be good. Sometimes you got to be a little lucky. That was a pretty nasty pitch. Sinker on the outside corner, but he did a great job of covering it, and he hit the ball out of the park.
1 down. Nathaniel Lowe up to hit.
Part of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Well, they call that an advantage
Now
count
batting,
for a reason. You're
the
so
catcher,
much more
Gabriel
likely to get something you can handle.
Ruiz.
Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. Hammered down the line. Could be extra bases. Coming home. Plays the plate, and they cut him down.
Well, this just can't happen right there. You
Now
can't try to
batting,
score from
second
first base with less than 2 outs
baseman,
unless you can pretty much
Garcia.
walk across the ditch. And to get thrown out like that really throws water on the fire of a rally in this inning.
And now here is Luis Garcia. Next offering is in
1
for
ball,
a strike.
2 strikes.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. But a solo home run will at least get this closer to respectability. And this is now a 10-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. back here in Nationals
Leading off
Park.
for the
We go to the
Cardinals,
top of the
designated
fifth.
hitter,
Digging
number
in,
63.
Yoel Pozo. And a 1-1.
Ball, that's low.
You know, these Cards, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Ground ball right side. Makes the sliding stop. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Next to hit, Jordan Walker.
Ball.
One down, base is empty. Up the middle. On the run, sends it over to first. Pretty nice play there.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's internal clock. He knew he had plenty of time to take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Pedro Pajes next up for the Cardinals. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball.
Well, 2 outs and a chance to put up a 0 on the scoreboard here, and that's not something that's come easy for this staff in this one.
Got him swinging. Nothing doing for the offense that time. Last half of the fifth coming up. It's the Redbirds 10 and the Nats 1. Back in Washington, D.C., John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton. It's set to get us started. Bottom 5, Ahmed Rosario. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. And that one is off the wall. Safe at second with a leadoff double. Here comes the manager out of the Cardinals dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Eric Fetty departs, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
New
St.
pitcher for
Louis,
the Cardinals, Sonny
number
Gray.
54.
Well, he's been excellent against
Sonny
left-handed
Gray.
hitters this year, and that's his first test. This looks like a good move to the pen in terms of the matchup.
And now the switch hitting
batting,
first baseman Josh
designated
Bell.
hitter, Josh Bell.
Rosario stands at second with no outs. The 1-1 is fouled off. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now batting, the center
And the
fielder,
batter now, Jacob Young.
Young.
Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. Man at second. And a big swing and a miss. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. Because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Now
So it's their
batting,
last chance
right
in this one.
fielder,
Dylan Cruz will hit next. The Nationals down to their final strike. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position.
Ball 2.
That's down and in.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
The number 7 is such a cool and sort of lucky number. Well, this team has been playing really well, but to win 7 games in a row, there's been some luck and there's been some really good play. I think you get to this point, you start to look at, can we double that? Make it double digits, make it 2 touchdowns, make it 14.
10-1 the final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi.